I mean, it's like I always say, man. It's not a real butt unless you can sniff it. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Publicly Embarrassed Podcast with your host, Sebastian Rain Howard. I don't know what that was. You know, it was like cheering, I guess. But oh wait, now with sound effects. Oh man, it's been a while, huh? Huh? You guys missed me? I know you did, right? Right? You missed me? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Alright, that's enough of that. I mean, well, it'll go on for a couple... Oh, okay, there. Now it's enough of that. Hey, guys. It's been a while. Been busy. How you been? I don't care. Oh, man. Are you guys excited to hear what I have to say? It's been a while. I have some stories to tell. And exciting news for those of you who are excited by exciting news. Exciting. Where should we start? First, let's start with where I was and what I was doing. So I covered going to San Diego. I'm pretty sure I did a podcast after San Diego. Well, I forgot to mention that, but very shortly after that, I went to the one place with my cousin, the Netherlands. I'm sorry, I took a nap a couple hours ago. Out of it. Anyways, I went to the Netherlands, visited my cousins there, you know, the rich ones. God, he is looking real good. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of him, which you probably haven't because I've never shown it to you. He's gotten pretty ripped. Like he's been hitting the gym. He's pretty attractive. Which brings me to the debate that I was having with myself earlier, as I do. Is it incest if it's gay? Now here's the thing. Now most of you'll say yes right off the bat. It's incest if it was gay. But here's the thing. Incest is having sex with a family member that promotes inbreeding. And the reason incest is bad because inbreeding not only lacks genetic diversity, which will eventually weed out the human race, cause us to lower our immune system, blah 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 blah, but it also comes with several diseases like the one blood one that thins out your blood, hematoma or whatever, things like that. Yeah, so you know you're not supposed to inbreed. Now, is it still incest if it's gay? Because if it's gay, you're not inbreeding, you're just having sex with an attractive cousin or sister. I mean brother, I guess, because I'm a dude, so it have to be a brother. But yeah, so answer me this, huh? What you got now, internet? Oh, by the way, I'm eating fudge cookies, drinking water because I'm poor now. We'll get to that in a second. Because most of you guys are like, but Sebastian, you made a ton of money in stocks. Yeah, we'll get to it. I said we're gonna get to it. Jesus. Impatient bastards. Pardon my language. So, I was in the Netherlands with my attractive cousin, as I said. Like, imagine me, but attractiver, more attractive. Which is saying something, because I'm a pretty good looking dude. Like, you see this? Oh, you can't see my hair. It's really dark in the room for some reason. I don't know. I tried to soup it up. It didn't work. If I turn on the light, it's like a blinding flash sort of thing, so I don't want to do that. But at the same time, it's like really, really dark. Yeah, anyways, attractive cousin in the Netherlands. And we were hanging out. I did a lot of cool stuff. I did a lot of boring stuff. Like, cool stuff. I rode in a helicopter. That's awesome. Do you know how awesome that is? Boring stuff. I sat on a fancy couch for 8 hours, and me and my cousin played his now favorite game on the planet, Overwatch. I don't know if you've heard of this. But it's like a big thing or whatever in the video game world, I guess, because he's obsessed with it. I'm like, Meh. Anyways, that was boring. Another fun thing I did. Okay, we'll skip past that part because it's not so appropriate. And again, the incest thing. Not that I performed any incest acts. I'm just saying that. Never mind. Exciting things. There was a cool little demonstration, like a puppet show thing. That was awesome. I love puppet shows. You know. Wait, I can work on that. I can get this. You're supposed to talk without moving your mouth, you know? Does it look like I'm moving my mouth? Does it look like it? Does it look like it? Does it look like I'm moving my mouth, guys? Does it look like it? It doesn't look like it to me. Does it look like it now? No, actually, it's pulling out pretty well. It doesn't look like it at all. Although I'm sure it's really hard to understand right now. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Alright. Boring things. Oh, you know what? I don't know who I said I would give, but I finally got those socks that my cousin was supposed to send me like a while. So here's the deal. They live in my castle, right? Like my aunt and my cousins and my grandma and all them. They live in this sweet ass castle in the Netherlands. Pardon my language. And it is awesome, and it is also cold because it's made out of stone. And I know one thing about stone is that it's really, really cold. I mean, granted, the castle's been wired over time, and it's now like basically a modern house, but it still gets real cold. So my cousins, and my aunts, and uncles, and grandma, and all of them, they buy these fancy socks that they get mailed to them from the Himalayas. Like, these are the fanciest socks you've ever heard of. They are so awesome. They're warm. They're like, they're the most comfortable things you'll ever wear. It's like your feet are sleeping in a cloud of pure heavenly clouds, like a cloud made of smaller clouds, which is what a cloud is, I guess. But you know what I'm saying. Let's move away from clouds before I get started on clouds. You guys know how I don't like clouds. Goddamn clouds. Anyways, yeah, so that was cool, and I got those socks. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, guys, but I'm a big sock guy. I like socks. Big sock guy. I have currently in my possession a hell of a lot of socks. Pardon my language. Let's see, the ones I got on right now. Oh, I'm gonna fall over. It's got a little spaceman on them. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Spaceman. Alright. So, that was the Netherlands. Netherlands is cool. I got back like 2-3 weeks ago. So now you're asking, Sebastian, why didn't you do the podcast again then? Oh, okay, by the way, 2-3 weeks ago. Approximation. I have actually no clue when I got back. I'm just assuming it was like 2-3 weeks ago. Anyways, Sebastian, why didn't you make a podcast then? You've been here for 3 weeks? Well, I did other stuff. So, when I got back, my uncle was in town. And for those of you who do not know, my uncle is from the Noms. That's right, the Noms. Yeah, he didn't fight in the wars or anything there. Well, I mean, he's fighting in the war there right now, you know, in Nam. Terrible stuff. Oh, Nam, awful. Just kidding, there's no war in Nam. Anyways, yeah, he owns, like, restaurants and he teaches there. It's, like, super cool dude. Anyways, he was in town, he was visiting. And apparently all of his family live here, which I had no idea where they live in Idaho. I don't know. They live somewhere, but they were here too. So I was hanging out with them, like, for the whole week. And let me tell you, that uncle guy, he is a cool dude. He is one cool dude. His family's really cool. My, I guess he would be my second cousin. Yeah, my uncle's brother. He makes moonshine. Isn't that... I guess he'd be like my step... I think he's like my half uncle or something. Anyways, he makes moonshine, and I hear and have tasted it, and it's I hear it's really potent, but I didn't have a lot. I just had like, a little bit, because I'm a minor, so my grandparents are gonna let me drink a whole bottle of moonshine. But I did try it, and it was pretty freaking delicious. I don't know if you've ever had moonshine, but this was some apple pie moonshine. It was delicious. I don't know how they make it taste like apple pie, being that it's so alcoholic. You'd figure it'd taste something like vodka, which tastes absolutely disgusting. Or gin, which is even worse. Like, I don't know how people drink gin. It's awful. Anyways, so moonshine, and it was delicious. So I did that, and then he also does a lot of shrooms with my grandpa, because apparently my grandpa is a pharmaceutical guy. And so, like, one of his rules was that any sort of drug he sells in his pharmacy, well, he does it to know how it works. I didn't really quite understand that part, because there's a lot of drugs in a pharmacy that you don't want to try, because it's not a good idea. There's a lot of shit in a pharmacy. Alright, and a lot of them, like, that means you take antibiotics and stuff to hand that stuff out of pharmacy. I don't know. He said he did it. I just, whatever. They apparently go do shrooms together in the woods. They have like 7 acres of land. That's a lot of acres from what I imagine. Being that I own 0 acres of land. It's like 7 more acres than I own. So yeah, that was crazy. Anyways, we were hanging out with them. We rode the Ferris wheel here in Seattle. That was awesome. I'd never ridden the Ferris wheel before. Sweet! It's awesome. I love Ferris wheels. It goes like woo. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And there was the tower thing. What do you call that? Someone help me out here. The big tall one. This is like a popular landmark. Everyone's like, you gotta go see the tower. It's the landmark of Seattle, even though it was from the World Space Fair like 60 years ago and doesn't even closely represent any sort of technology that we have today. Like, it's just an old piece of junk that was supposed to be like the model for the future, but then the future didn't actually look like that. Space Needle, that's what it is. The Space Needle, yeah. So here's the thing about the Space Needle. They built it like 60 years ago at the World Space Fair, because they're like, this is the future. We're gonna look like this in the future, because we're gonna be in space, and it's gonna be cool. And then the future came around, and surprise, surprise, we don't all live in space like needles. It's crazy. I don't know how that didn't work out, how it didn't pan out, but it just happened like that. So I was doing that for about a week. Okay? So that's why I didn't make the podcast that week. And for those of you who are saying, well, Sebastian, you're just lazy, why didn't you make it? Well, shut up, you. Alright? And I was busy enough that I had the excuse to not make the podcast, alright? So now we're in the next week. What happened after that? Well, here's the interesting story about that. So, a lot of you, as many of you know, I was planning on moving back to Boise. And it was pretty much all settled in, and blah, 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 blah. But, the people, I was going to live with my grandparents in Boise, because they still live there. I would enjoy, they lived next to my school that I was going to go to. It was all great. Anyways, so, I don't remember who it was, but about 2 weeks ago, when I came down to visit Boise, right, my grandparents met a celebrity. Now I don't even remember what his name was. I don't even remember. But they met this celebrity, and he was in Boise, and then so they're like, you're awesome, and so they started hanging. He's like a really old dude, a celebrity from their time, I guess. I mean, I didn't really know who he was. I didn't think he was that cool. But yeah, so they thought he was the apple's bananas. I mean, the ape's bananas, or whatever that saying is. They thought he was awesome. So they're like hanging out, they're loving on this guy, not physically, because that's gross, and they're my grandparents, but, they're hanging out with them. And they're doing all that, and then my grandparents, out of the blue, decide that they're going to go with this celebrity over to New Jersey and live with them for the next year, 3 years or so, or whatever, because they're like, he's a real cool dude, let's do it. And I'm like, well, okay, that kind of ruins my plans here. So they're selling their house and moving to New Jersey to live with this celebrity. So I'm not moving back to Boise, that's just it, just like that, all my plans gone. I had to deregister for the school that I only registered for. It's crazy experience. But, whatever makes me happy. They want to go living with a celebrity in New Jersey. Spilled a lot of water on my hand. I'm all for it, man, Cheers. Good for you. As long as you're happy, But now I'm not, and after that I went to New Jersey with them. And that's where the losing all my money came into play, because I spent all of my money getting to New Jersey and then hanging out in New Jersey, which is okay place, I guess. I did a lot of touristy stuff, but it's not my favorite place in the world, so, whatever. I also went to Canada. Yeah, I was all over the place, now that I think about it. So, this is in New Jersey, right? Okay, anyways, grandparents left in New Jersey. They're gone, right? So eventually I know I'm going to have to come back home here into Seattle, which I wouldn't even consider home, because I do not like this place. Ugh. Anyways, so I'm in New Jersey. I'm like, I love New Jersey, this place is great. I didn't actually say any of that or believe in any of that, but anyways, that's what I was doing. And then I'm like, oh, I have to go. And then I flew back to Seattle. And I was in Seattle for a day. And then an old friend from mine. One second, let me recharge my ability to speak. An old friend of mine from Boise came into town here in Seattle on like the day too. And for one, I'm like, holy mackerel. So far, my summer has been complete busy. Like, I had one break, and that's when I recorded the other episode of the podcast. So it's like, it's all crazy right now. Anywho, so he's in town, and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? And he's like, what's up, bro? And I'm like, what's up, bro? And then we're like, what? This is us high-fiving and stuff, like, what? What's up, bro? So we're hanging out, and we're like, and he's like, bro, you want to know the real reason I came over here? And I was like, bro, you better enlighten me, bro. And he's like, bro, it's because I'm catching the train. He didn't mess up like I just did. This is me. I'm catching the train to Canada. I'm like, bro. And he was like, bro, you want to come with? And I was like, bro, I got some cash left for my trip to New Jersey. And he's like, bro, you should totally come. I'm like, bro, well, I'm going to have to go do my passport thing, because, I haven't updated that in a while. And he's like, bro, it's fine. You go do that. And I was like, okay, bro. So I did that. Me and him are broing out all the way. He came with me to do my passport, and we're like, it's like high-fiving. That's all we did was high-five. We were like, nice, bro. And it was like, bro. Anyways, so got my passport renewed, which is awesome. Now I can travel around the world, do whatever. And it's better you get your passport renewed, for all of you who are still 17 out there, before you turn 18, because when you turn 18, it takes a hell of a lot more to get your passport renewed. Just throwing that out there. It's so dark in here. I don't you can pretty much see me right here, and then I'm like a Bond villain. I just blend into the blackness. We've been waiting for you, Mr. Bond. Anywho, and now, so yeah, I went to Canada, and that was awesome. And the legal drinking age in Canada is 18, and my friend was 18, so yeah, we had a blast, just to put it that way. That was fun. And yeah, it was awesome. And he's like one of my best friends. He's not my best friend. King K didn't come up because he's lazy and just hangs out in his house because he's a bit of an, inside guy. He's not as rich either. But Joey came down. Lou was the guy that came down. And we had a good time up there. Grew this beard when I left Boise. He started to grow this beard. It looks okay. I mean, I'd say he was pretty attractive before, but I say he really went down like a notch with the beard. I'm not into that whole beard thing. I think it's gross. Trim your beard. Quit being lazy. Anyways, so I went to Canada. Now I was considering not only making a podcast with him because I thought it would be real cool. Because I want to do that. I want to have other people on my podcast. Because when I started this, I said I was going to do this all by myself. But as I've made 5 episodes already, I'm really starting to realize that it gets tough to talk 40 minutes a week by yourself. So I want to get someone else on here so we can, have a conversation. The more people I get on here, the better. But I'm maxed out at probably 3 or 5 or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. Anyway, so I wanted to do it with him, and then we were hanging out and drinking some beers, and I'm like, well, this is awesome. We could even do a drunk podcast. But then I realized I had no way I could record this podcast, so I just let it go. But next time, I will remember that, and I will buy some way to record this podcast. I should probably just buy a camera, right? Right? Just buy a camera. But anyways, we were hanging out in Canada. That was awesome. Canada, as they call it up there. I'm pretty sure. Canada, eh? I heard it's a beautiful country, eh? Eh? Canada? Eh? 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 Oh, boo. Boo, you suck. You suck, little remote. Oh, you suck. Yeah, who gave you the power? Oh, come on! Alright, that's enough of that. So now I'm back. And I'm living in Seattle now, I guess. And for those of you who got your hopes up, oh, Sebastian's gonna come to Evergreen again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm not. Sorry, going to Ballard High School. I haven't moved yet, but we're thinking about moving up there. But I'm going, even if I don't move, I'm going up there just because it's a really good school. So, might as well. Going there. I'm going to Ballard High School. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Hey, come with me, guys. Ballard's a cool place. You'll like it. This is where all the rich kids live. Trust me, you want to hang out where the rich kids live, because rich kids have money. That's the thing. Sure, they're jerks or whatever, but rich kids have money, and money is something you really need. It's really enjoyable. I like having money. Shouldn't have spent all my money, but I'll make more. Here's the thing I discovered when I was hanging out with my cousin in the Netherlands. They're apparently, so people play video games, right? And then let me bring it up. People play video games, right? And they're like, this is great. And then there are other people who are playing video games, and they're like, man, I'm gonna be the best person in the world at this video game. And so they play against all the other people who are like, I'm gonna be the best person in the world at this video game. And that's how esports are created. Esports, electronic sports, is competitive video games. I think it's dumb, which it is. It's not a sport, for one. You're playing a video game in a chair. But, to each his own. You can play video games against another dude and make money for it, and if you want to do that, I'm all for it. You go for it. As long as you're not murdering anybody or taking away their rights or whatever, I'm all for it. Anyways, while I was in the Netherlands, my cousin considers himself a bit of an esports fan. He watches all the games and the tournaments and things because they have them all the time, And a thing that I found out while I was in the Netherlands is that apparently esports gambling is huge. Now, I want to take part in this because, one, I love gambling. Human nature, why wouldn't you love to gamble? Sure, you lose money, but you also make a lot of money. So it's anyways, gambling. And so, Yeah, I want to do that. So I'm gonna start getting into that. My cousin won like $300 while I was up there, which he doesn't need for one because he's rich, but he did make that money, and I was pretty impressed by it. It was pretty cool. All said and done, $300 is not bad considering all he did was bet on a video game. So I'm gonna get into that, and it's getting real dark. Like, it didn't start out this dark, but it's gotten dark. I think my computer is dying. I'm like a shadow. We're gonna call this the Darkness Podcast. Because I am the night. I am the night. My name is Batman. I am the night. Anyways, that's the end of why I didn't do a podcast. But now I'm here for the rest of summer. I gotta find things to do. I gotta find a job. I said I should find a job, but then I didn't. So now I have to find a job. Because now I'm broke. Yeah, here's the thing I love about jobs. I like jobs. I like working. I like being forced to socialize with the other people I'm working with. I love all of it. Here's what I don't like. Finding a job. I'm perfectly fine with having a job, working with people, doing my job, and I'll have a good time doing it. But the second I have to look for a job, oh my god, I'm out of there. It's terrible. It's just rejection after rejection after rejection until you finally get someone that's like, okay, whatever. I hate it. I hate being rejected. I'm too egotistical for that. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. Looking for jobs. Awful. Well, I mean, I was gonna do a segment about stuff, but I might save it for next time because we're near the 30-minute mark here and it's getting real dark. Oh, I guess it is late. It's 9 o'clock. Why are you guys watching this at 9 o'clock? Ugh. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, alright? Official podcast is gonna be recorded next Friday. For realsies, this time. Howard out. See you later, boys. It's not exciting.